welcome back to the channel. Today we're here at Acorn Glade with Andrew and Wendy, and we're going to get their story of how they started and show you all around this beautiful glamping site. Thank you so much for having us today. We've had the most wonderful night here. So tell us, how did you start Acorn Glade? Just tell us the story.
So we started by not having any idea about what we wanted to do once we had left our corporate lives and careers. And so we decided that, because Andrew's from Yorkshire, that we would leave Sussex and come up to Yorkshire and start a whole new chapter.
Oh, it's a proper escape to the country story.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. And so how did you, when you found this place, was it an existing site? Did you build it from scratch?
Well, it was an existing site, actually.
Okay.
We found it really by accident, just sort of combing through properties in the area. And this wasn't an area that we were actually targeting at all, but we saw it and thought, well, okay. And I was in the area, so I came and had a look, and quickly got on the phone to Wendy, who was still in Sussex, and said, how about running a glamping site for the next few years? And she went, okay.
Yeah.
And then 3 days later we came up again and had a look and thought, yeah, this is really beautiful.
Yeah.
And you can see.
I know, yeah.
So yeah, I think it was too good an opportunity to miss. And both of our backgrounds were in sort of, people, customer service, running businesses and things. So it seemed like an ideal way to sort of start to, just back off a little bit from corporate stuff. But obviously we didn't realise that it's full on and it's 24/7 and all those things. Everybody who's involved in hospitality knows probably better than we did at the time.
Absolutely.
But why we chose this area eventually was because we realised that East Yorkshire is a pretty undiscovered area.
Yeah.
But we have beautiful historic York right near us, and so guests can visit York as well as enjoy this peace and quiet that East Yorkshire's got to offer.
Where have you kind of learnt your hospitality from, or your, because you're such a good host, like has that just been from the few years you've run the site, or have you got any previous experience?
So I spent 25 years aviating around the world with British Airways, and I was in charge of a 747 called a cabin service director, and so anything that happened behind the cockpit was down to me. So I had to hone my customer service skills, as you can imagine, with 400 passengers, and also learning sort of about cultural differences, languages, all that kind of thing. And then I went on to do training and recruitment with British Airways for cabin crew, so I kind of learnt so much, and it was, a lot of people describe it as a finishing school.
Right.
So and thoroughly enjoyed it, and I did 25 years of gallivanting around the world, and stayed in about 6,000 hotels over that time. And Andrew's also travelled extensively, haven't you?
Yeah, so my background is more in business, and I've always worked in the sports industry, so latterly as chief executive of the sort of events division of the governing body of UK motorsport. So I was involved with running the British Grand Prix and the World Rally Championship, and then before that I worked in tennis and just travelled pretty much constantly around the world for about sort of 25, 30 years. So again, like Wendy,
seen a lot of
lots
hotels.
of exposure to hotels and airports and things like that.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing. So talk us through the units that you got here. So when you arrived, what was here?
So we had 2 yurts and a gypsy caravan or wagon, and 1 wooden lodge.
Okay.
So which were great, and the yurts were fantastic. They were beautiful structures, and they were made in Wales, handmade in Wales. But what our strategy moving forward was to become a year-round site, so we had to consider what we needed to do to make that happen. So we gradually put a plan together to create different accommodations, all quirky, all upcycled, pre-loved, and different to other areas and other sites, really.
You started off with, so the cabin that's behind us, did you build that one, didn't you?
Yep.
And that's the one that we stayed in last night. That was really lovely and quirky. I really enjoyed that. And then, so the roundhouse, that replaced the yurt, did it?
Yes.
One of the yurts,
Yes.
yeah. And then what I really love is your brand new mirror dome. Like, I've never seen one of these before. So how did you decide that that's, because it's very different from your other structures, how did you decide I'm going to go with something completely different?
Well, I think one of the amazing things about this part of the world is the dark skies. And, you know, obviously we did see this product on a television programme later.
Right, yeah.
And there was various sites in Scandinavia in the north, the extreme north of Finland, where people were offering this opportunity to sort of do the Northern Lights viewing.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the structure, actually about a third of it is actually just transparent window panels. And the idea was that we absolutely loved was, you know, you get a row of these things, and when the Northern Lights actually reveal themselves, somebody presses a button and the alarm goes off, and you can open your curtains and lie in bed and watch the Northern Lights, which is stunning. But because we get a really good sort of dark skies here with amazing views, sometimes if you're lucky of the Milky Way, we thought the same thing.
Yeah.
But they're amazing structures, and they're European. But we just wanted something, as Wendy said, just totally different.
Yeah.
So that people have a reason to see it, be impressed, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then they'll come back, and we do get a very large percentage of people that do return, which...
Yeah, because all your structures are different. They can come and stay in one, then go, oh, now you've got the mirror dome, I want to come back and stay in that.
Yeah.
And then they do. I wanted to do the interior completely differently. And so I wanted to do like a mid-century retro in there, and we had some wonderful guests from Kelcold Beds, which is a local bedding company, and they made a bed which I wanted designed a circular bed, so you can lay and look at the stars in the bed.
You've got alpacas wandering around the site, so have you always been into animals, and you've also got wallabies, so tell us a little bit about the animal experience side of things.
So the alpacas we had when we were in Sussex, so they came as a package with us.
Yeah.
And we were originally going to put them into a paddock, but we suddenly realised that actually this is a great spot for them to forage naturally as they would do in the Andes.
Yeah.
And so we let them out, and they wander around the site in the daytime, and then they go to bed in the evening. Not in one of the lodges, but and so the guests can sit on their verandas and just watch the packers doing their thing, really.
Yeah.
And the other lovely thing is I can use their fleeces, and I make rugs and crochet their fleece into fibre and crochet it so that I can use it around. So it's a talking point as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the wallabies are your pet, aren't they, really, Andrew?
Yeah. I think it's about being unique, if you possibly can, with glamping, and that's the secret, is to offer something that nobody else does.
Yes, absolutely.
Within reason.
Yeah.
So the alpacas, as Wendy said, just free roaming is I think we do research and we think that is a unique proposition.
That is unusual, definitely, for the ones that we're
because you can just bump into them, guests bump into them any time.
Yeah.
The wallabies, again, we've had for 15 years or so in our previous lives as pets.
Yeah.
So here it's great because we can just offer them as another sort of USP.
Yeah.
And we do wallaby visits and things like that. And they can, because they're so tame, most of them, you can hand feed them. One of them can actually be stroked.
Yeah.
I hand reared him. So yeah, it's and then just do a little half an hour talk about marsupials and things like that.
Because not many people in this country know anything about them.
No, because again they're kind of like a zoo animal.
Yeah.
And you see them when you're walking past. But here you can actually come and meet them.
Yeah.
Again, I think is a unique proposition.
Definitely. So what are your typical guests, and why would somebody come to this glamping site or this area? What's your USP?
We've got quite a wide variety of guests, but our sort of perfect potential guest is somebody who wants the peace, the tranquility, to escape from a busy lifestyle, whether they've got the children, whether their children have flown the nest and they're out for an adventure. And around this area we've got walking on the Wolds, which is just to the east of us. We've got visiting beautiful historic York. We've got loads of places to eat and drink, really nice. And because we know the area and luckily been able to test a lot of nice places to eat, we can recommend them, and so we can do that by meeting and greeting each guest and talking about what there is locally to do and finding out what they want to do, and tailoring it to that, really.
Yeah, that's so important, isn't it? Meeting each guest and talking to them and finding out what they want out of their holiday. And you've got that great kitchen area with loads of different information for them. So yeah, I think it's brilliant. And well, thank you so much for having us. We've had the most amazing time, and we really hope your business continues to go from strength to strength. And yeah, whenever you want to, you can come down and visit us down in Somerset if you fancy a holiday down there.
That's a deal.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, we'd love
Thank you.
that. Thank you very much.